All right, Mr. Teleferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? Marc Gasol's name's been involved in a lot of trade rumors over the last few weeks, right? Over the last few weeks, the Memphis Grizzlies, for the first time ever, have really strongly considered changing their all-star center. I'm going to tell y'all some real stuff. A trade for Marc Gasol almost happened last night with the Charlotte Hornets. Now, a lot of the details around the trade are sketch. My guess is it's revolving around a lot of young guys. I ain't mad at a trade with the Charlotte Hornets if they're able to get, if the Grizzlies are able to get a first-round pick out of Charlotte. They're not great this year. I think that'll be worth it. I think that's where you want to go. I think that's the direction you need to be in right now. See if you can compile it, because the Charlotte Hornets don't got a lot of players to give back. You know, if you can get maybe like a shoot, I ain't gonna lie, I would shoot for like a Miles Bridges. Charlotte's got a nice few prospects that I wouldn't mind taking, that I think could be better in a better situation, right? Malik Monk, what you got? Let's see what you got. Like, I would take any of those guys right now for a trade, right? Those young prospects that I could kind of build around, but still won't equal wins right now, because I'm not trying to win games right now. I'm trying to build around Jaren Jackson Jr. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, if you're Memphis, it's trying to rebuild and start this thing over with young guys, right? I hate it for Marc Gasol and Mike Conley that they're in this situation, because Memphis can't buy themselves a championship, right? They gave it that their general manager is terrible. Their scouts are terrible. They gave all that money to Chandler Parsons, but garbage behind, and he ain't panned out at all. He's just sitting on the bench collecting paychecks. And with the Memphis being a small market compared to other teams in the league, just tough to get guys to Memphis. It's tough to find ways to get other free agents to Memphis. So you gotta, if you miss that window to win, you gotta kind of do it like this. Y'all see what Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans are going through right now. I hate it for them, but in regards to Marc, I'll be happy if he got traded to a contender. I don't think Charlotte's a contender, but Marc's got a player option after this year. So if he doesn't like what he sees in Charlotte, he's got a couple months in Charlotte if a trade goes through. As of right now, there is no trade that went through. But right now, if you're Marc Gasol, you got a player option. You could be in Charlotte for a few months, fulfill your contract obligation. And hell, you can go to New York. You can go elsewhere. You don't have to stay in Charlotte. You can go elsewhere, be a veteran, still get paid a really good amount of money, because he still got some good years left in this league. I believe so, at least. You can get your bread, go make a substantial amount of money, play for a contender. If you don't like Charlotte, hell, maybe you might get comfortable. Marc's a comfortable type of guy. When he gets somewhere, he gets really comfortable. You could get comfortable next to Kemba Walker in Charlotte. Maybe you like playing with him better than Mike. I doubt it, knowing how, Marc Gasol, how loyal he is. Oh, hell, maybe Marc want to go play a last year or two with his brother in San Antonio. Those things are on the table, man. Those things are on the table for Marc. He'll have a summer to think on it if he wants to. I can tell you this, though. Memphis was close to making it. I think they pulled Marc out of the lineup. I didn't watch that game last night. I know they played Minnesota last night. But if I'm not mistaken, I think they pulled Marc Gasol out of the lineup. Typically, when teams are getting close to making a trade, they'll pull that guy out of the lineup for multiple reasons. Obviously, you don't want to embarrass him, have him get traded during a game. That's like illegal. Like, you can get in some trouble with that as well, technically, if you made an agreement. There's a lot of things going on. So I don't even think he played last night, if I'm not mistaken. That might be a sign that they're going to, they got about 36 hours to make a move for Marc Gasol or trade Marc Gasol. Right now, Charlotte's atop the list, and they are aggressively pursuing Marc, and the deal almost got done. From Charlotte's perspective, I'll say this. Kemba has told them he wants to be there in Charlotte. Now it's time for the Charlotte organization to back this up, right? Anthony Davis told New Orleans, I want to be there. He signed another extension with them, right? Or he signed an extension with them a few years back. To me, they didn't do enough to make him happy. Now he wants out, right? They got DeMarcus Cousins and let him walk. They had Rondo, let him walk. Now you're looking at the Charlotte Hornets. They're in a similar position. You got a guy that wants to be in Charlotte, doesn't want to leave Charlotte. He wants to be the greatest player in Charlotte Hornets history, and he's closing in on that right now, as a matter of fact. Right? He wants to be that greatest player in their organization. He wants to sign an extension. Don't make this dude feel crazy about this decision. Don't make these guys who are committing to these small market teams feel crazy about wanting to commit to you. I know a photographer that just did an event with Kemba Walker yesterday, right? He loved that Charlotte community. He looked happy as hell. All-star, starting point guard in the All-Star game. He looks happy. But go get that man some help. And if Charlotte can go get Marc Gasol, I think it's a start. They need a lot of help in Charlotte, but I definitely think it's a start. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Salute. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr. Teleferro.
Shout out to Mr. Telefair.
You're watching Mr. Telefair TV.
Mr. Telefair TV, here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.